everybody, welcome back to Go with Marley. So today we're gonna work on the eyes, and this already looks like eyes, probably to you. This is called an ultrasonic distance sensor, and there's two different types, one with 3 pins and one with 4 pins. The 4 pin is mostly common. So today we're pretty much gonna work on something quite simple. Now what this does is it senses the distance. We'll work on a camera later on so we can see who's actually there, so we can work on face sensing and everything too. But for now, this is one part of the eyes that we'll need to do. So first of all, we're going to connect our power and the ground. We know how to do that, hopefully, by now. I really hope you do. Via VCC goes to power, ground, GND goes to ground. And then we have the 2 other pins, trig and echo. Or trigger and echo, and we're going to connect these to 2 simple pins. I'll do the trigger, I'll do on pin 10, and there's not that much space, but it'll be good enough. Pin 10, and this is actually quite fast. And then we also have the echo, which will go around. Oops, I want things perfectly straight. And then we have 10, and we have 11. And I know in real life it's never really this straight. So there we go. We got all the wiring done, and we're going to have to remember that trigger is 10, echo is 11, okay? So let's get into the code. Full screen this time, huh, Marley? Well, that's because we're going to have to go to Sketch, Include Library. This is called, where is it? Where are you? Where are you? It's hard to find little things like this. I think it's called Ultrasonic. Does that turn yellow? Oh no, it's called New Ping. New Ping. Oh, I don't have it installed. So that's a good thing, actually. So we're going to go to Sketch, Include Library, Manage Libraries, and then we're going to look for, wait for that thing to load, and then go New Ping. Search for that. There we go. And I'm going to get the newest version and install. Ta-da! That was quite fast. Most of them take a little longer than that, so we're going to go through the examples, and under New Ping, New Ping example. So, as you can see, we have a very simple little setup, and we're going to copy this, so we're just going to leave this out of the way. So first of all, we're going to have to go #include, so Sketch, Include Library, contributed libraries, New Ping, and you're gonna have to download that with your mom and dad's permission. They should be right next to you right now watching you. So here we're gonna do something a little different. #define trig. I'm gonna do it like trig, like that, and we don't need an equal sign. Let's say trig, I think it wasn't 10. That's why you gotta remember this stuff, okay? So you go #define, okay? That's the first word. Go ahead and write that down. If you don't know where the hashtag key is, ask your mom and dad, which would be right here. And then you're gonna write trig, or whatever you want to call this variable. It's more like a constant. Then instead of doing an equal sign, then 10, we go, it is 10. We just write 10 right next to it. So here we're going to go again, #define echo as 11. I think this was it. We're going to be changing this to exactly how it was. I'm pretty sure though this is how it was. So now we're going to make a new ping. A new ping. That's why it's called New Ping. So New Ping. And I'm going to call this the distance sends. And this here takes a few little things. First of all, it takes the trigger, so we go trig, our define pin. Then we have echo, that's another define pin. And then we need to give in the max distance. So we're just going to give in these things. The newer ones can go up to 4 meters. So let's see. How many centimeters are in 4 inches? Oh, no.
That would be 10.16 centimeters.
Come on. How many centimeters are in 4 meters?
It's 400 centimeters.
So when you go 400, I should have actually remembered that. So you go 400, which means the full length. That's how far we want it to see. As far as it can see. That's how. And that's actually not how far we can see, actually. I don't think so. Anyway, so we got our first line of code, which means now we have our distance sensor. So actually, I'll call it
45.
Dist sensor. That should be better. Dist sends. And here, I think it goes distsends.begin. And yes, if you ever forget something, you can always come back and check if everything is right. So he goes, oh no, this is the serial. The serial monitor. Oh yeah, we don't need anything actually. That's like, this here includes the distsends.begin, it seems like, in the newer version. So now we can go here, we can go distsends dot, we go ping, and then after that you go dot underscore cm first if you want to get centimeters, if you're used to that. I am. Or IN if you're used to inches, and most people are used to inches, but I like centimeters, and I'll do both actually. So first of all, we want to print this out, so we're going to go serial.println the centimeters first. And in here, we're going to of course go serial.begin, and they had a different number, as you might have seen here. You might have seen that they have a different number. But 9600 is the automatic one. It's the normal one. Oh, and this is not just a variable. This is a function that it returns. So in here, though, we're gonna create a few more variables. Int. This is gonna be the cm. That's what I'm gonna call it. And this equals this sends dot ping underscore cm, and then we have int in equals dist sends dot ping underscore in, and you don't need these variables. I'm just putting them here, and you don't even need these either. You can just go 10 and 11 right here, which actually I'll do. That was not to confuse me. There we go. And here, this is just simply figuring out the automatic distance. And that's actually what we want to do in the beginning. I'm going to call this auto dist. Make 2 other ones called auto underscore cm auto underscore in. And you don't need that. Actually, I won't do it. Too confusing. But these here are just for, we're going to make a real quick function here called update. Void update. Update cm in. Actually, I'll just call it update dist sends. That's a better one. That's a better way to call it. Okay, now in here we want to go exactly this. What the? Oh. Okay. Exactly. Oh no. We want to have exactly this code right here in the beginning. Just not the int cm equals that. Here we're going to go in the same thing, but we don't want the int. So that's what we're gonna do. And you can actually get this function very simply. So there we go. Now all we can need to do now is we can go update distance. We can call this function, and that there. Now we know exactly what it is at that moment. So if we want to get the centimeters, we just go cm instead of writing that line of code. This would be nice to put in the library, and I will do that later on. Well, we got the code, and by the way, if you wanted it in inches, you just go in. And then cm, in, those are the only two things that we have so far. So, and actually this year, you can simply just, it's useless to get a library like that. Like, that's just useless. Because you are still gonna have to make a function like this, okay? Still gonna have to. So just do it the way that I did it. It's a lot simpler, okay? So, hope you guys are ready to upload this. You're gonna press the upload button when everything's connected, and you go tools, and you choose what kind of Arduino you have. Why is that an Arduino Mega? And actually, if you choose certain different ones, they'll have a new little thing. Sometimes it'll be processor, sometimes it'll be nothing, sometimes it's just figure out what it is, okay? Now under ports, it's usually gonna auto connect, but as you can see, there's no brackets here, and this is on Mac, okay? It's gonna be COM1, COM2. Okay, so you're might want to go through all three, okay? So there we go. Let's go ahead and upload this. I've got a copy because that's the only way I can show you guys. Otherwise, it's a little complicated. That's why I use Tinkercad instead. But let me know if you do want to see, certain things. Like if you want to see how it looks in real life. Like if it's a bunch of different pieces, I'll probably gonna show that way you know that it actually even works. And that it's not just a little error that thing had. So anyways, I'm actually gonna save this as I'll call this new ping. That's all. And that should work. So there we go. We got this, and we're gonna go ahead and begin our testing here. See? Okay, so let me go ahead and double check. Trigger is on 10. Echo is on 11. Good. So I'm gonna go ahead and upload simply here. This is how you do it in here. Real life, it's probably gonna be a little different, and I'll show you that. But yeah. Oops. That's not that nice. Not that nice. They don't have that library here. That is annoying. Well, looks like we're gonna have to show this out in real life then. Or I'll just edit the code. But I pinky promise here that code works. Okay, so I'm just gonna edit the code a little bit. And I really don't know how, so I'm gonna have to research myself, okay? Don't think that I know everything, okay? I don't know everything when it comes to Arduinos. I am still learning. Like in 100 years from now. I know you're probably not gonna be alive, but I hope so. And if I am still alive in 100 years from now, and I never continue learning, there were millions of parts that I didn't know how to use, because there's parts being made every single day, if you didn't know that. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit this code and even figure out how to even do that. So I might not want to waste my thing, so go ahead. Bye-bye. No, of course, the video's not gonna end. I'll be right back. 5 seconds. It takes like 1 second and you... Okay, so I edited the code here, and actually, you can get this code in the description. We'll get into this in another video. So we're gonna open up the serial monitor, and I just gotta press start simulation here. And as you can see, it automatically is on that many things. So we're gonna move this, let's say 290.4, and this is getting some quite accurate readings actually, but not the exact reading. The library though is a lot better. So, but I will show you next time how to make it a lot more accurate. So see you guys next time. Bye.